And the land shall mourn, every family apart, the family of the house of David apart, and their wives apart, the family of the house of Nathan apart, and their wives apart. Zechariah 12:12. Beloved, when Zechariah says, "And the land shall mourn, every family apart, the house of David apart, and their wives apart," he is simply holding up for us the mirror of consciousness. The land is this world of Caesar, a canvas ever responding to your inner state. When your faculties of imagination, symbolized by the house of David, the house of Nathan, and their wives are fragmented, each caught in its own story, the world weeps. It shows separation, each family apart, each feeling apart. Hear now the promise beneath the mourning. Your future, the true course of this land, lies in a single unifying assumption. You are the operant power. You need not wait for change in circumstances. Change your state, and the land will follow. Bring David and Nathan together in your mind, your desire for achievement and your trust in provision, and bind them with the feeling of wholeness. Let the wives, the emotions that accompany each faculty, embrace the same mood, not two houses divided, but one household in harmony. In that imagined state you dwell now, the land shifts. Mourning turns to rejoicing. The families of your faculties come home to one another. The world without answers to your prayer, it is only the echo of a divided self. Unite your asking and your knowing, your thought and your feeling. Persist in the one beloved assumption that all parts of me are reconciled and my world reflects perfect unity. Faith, my student, is simple surrender to this living assumption. As you imagine that unity now, so the land will spring forth in response. The mourning ceases, and the families once scattered sit down together at the feast of your fulfilled desire. When we speak of alienation, imagine that within you there are figures like David, Nathan, and the wives who represent your will, your feeling, and your sense of identity, each one grieving in its own solitude. In that solitary grief, you begin to sense a separation, as if every aspect of your being stands apart, mirroring the way our faculties seem cut off from the source of all life. This sense of division gives rise to mourning, the deep inner wailing that arises when we believe our true strength must lie beyond our own awareness, rather than within it. In truth, the very act of noticing these inner divisions is the first step back to wholeness. For by embracing each aspect of yourself, you restore the flow between your awareness and the boundless creative power that always resides within. Consider the field of consciousness as the very soil in which your experiences take root and grow. It responds intimately to the feeling that dominates within you. Whenever a sense of division or fragmentation arises, life's landscape mirrors that same disunity, gently inviting you to restore harmony. This naturally leads to the law of imagination, which teaches that the various family members of your inner world, the hopes, fears, memories, and desires, must be brought into accord by dwelling in the feeling of their already having been reconciled. As you cultivate this seamless union in your mind and heart, the principle of infinite response begins to unfold. Divine nature, ever prolific, returns abundance when you abide in unity, yet any lingering discord at the core of your being will inevitably produce outer sorrow. Therefore, make the harmonious feeling your constant companion, and you will witness the boundless richness of the universe flowing forth in gracious response. This verse reveals your God seed, the power to unify all inner parts by deliberate imaginative feeling. You are both the mourner and the mourner's healer. In the silence of your heart, you can gather every family under one banner, your awakened I Am. Begin by identifying the inner families within yourself, those voices of ambition, affection, doubt, or any others that feel distinct. As you cultivate awareness of these separate parts, invite them into an imagined scene. Picture your own house of David and house of Nathan moving gently toward a single table and embracing an acknowledgement of their shared purpose. Notice how a deep sense of completion arises. Hear their rejoicing, feel their tears of relief, and sense their gratitude rising like a soft sunrise. Hold this movement toward unity in your mind's eye for a few minutes each morning or each evening, allowing the warmth of reconciliation to settle into your being. Over time, you will observe the landscape of your experience shifting. Circumstances that once caused grief will respond to this newly unified state. By dwelling habitually in the harmony of your inner faculties, you transform mourning into celebration, and the land within you ceases its lament. Under the gracious rule of your divine imagination, that inner terrain blossoms, revealing that the key to your own wholeness has always rested in your own power to envision unity.